everyone, I'm Tara Jones and I'm back for another video training and riding tip. Today I have with me a new girl. Actually not new, this is Loops. To anybody who does not know who Loops is, she was my retired racehorse that I used for the Retired Racehorse Challenge barrel race, which was back in 2014, I believe, and we ended up third overall and we had the highest score for the freestyle. So actually I will provide the link below of our freestyle challenge, which was really pretty cool because I lit her up in LED lights and rode her in the dark. So I'll make sure I provide the link below if any of you have not seen it. And today we're going to go over how to use the polo exercise under saddle at a walk. Now previously we talked about the polo exercise. We taught it on the ground first. Then we went to polo using double reins or both reins to do so. Then I went into a video tutorial about putting those cues under saddle and teaching it at a standstill. And now Loops is going to help me demonstrate how to use the polo exercise at a walk. So we're going to transition this exercise right on through, and I'm going to show you how you can start to intertwine, asking the horse to lower the pole and move forward at the same time. So join us. We're going to get ready to put this under saddle and show you how it's done. So here we are, I'm under saddle and I'm going to show you how to review asking the horse for the polo exercise. If you haven't already taught these previous cues, please go back. I have the links provided below where you can teach this exercise first from the ground and then under saddle at a standstill. Remember, you're going to be picking up the rein in order to ask your horse to lower the pole. Loops is outfitted in one of my Peaceful Solutions head stalls and rein kits, and she has just a simple copper snaffle bit in her mouth. So I'm going to start by just asking Loops to lower her head by picking up the rein. The second that she lowers her pole, I'm going to immediately release. It's important that you remember when you're picking up pressure that you pick up in a diagonal line. Remember not to allow the rein to come against the neck and cross over the withers or cross over the neck. Yes, the horse will practice the cue and will do it, but for later on and purposes later, we don't want to make the horse lean on our rein pressure. So I like to make sure that my hand is away from the neck. Remember, when you first apply pressure, your horse may bend in the direction of the pressure that they feel. It's okay. Keep picking up the rein until you get the desired response, which is for the horse's head to lower. I'm going to practice this cue on both sides. Very important that the horse knows it on each side, on the left side and the right side, so that they become equally symmetrical. We want to make sure that our horses are supple and even on both sides when we perform this cue. So once again, Loops is bending in response to that pressure. It's fine. I'm just going to keep following her head with the pressure coming upwards, and the second that she lowers her head, I'm going to go ahead and relax that cue. Now on previous sessions, you remember seeing me on my other mare, Phantom. Phantom is small. Phantom's only about 15 hands. Loops is actually 17 hands. She's a big girl. So doing this exercise, she has a much longer neck. So I want to make sure when I'm releasing the rein that I'm actually taking the rein forward. In some instances, Loops' reins are a little bit longer, and the reason that her reins are a little bit longer is because of her longer neck. So I have had clients that have asked me to specifically make reins a little bit longer for their horse, and that's absolutely fine to do so. For teaching purposes and to teach this exercise, I absolutely go to a longer rein. Now, we want to make sure that our horse starts moving. In the beginning, I don't really care where Loops walks, but I am going to separate my cue with the rein and the contact on the bit with my cue with my legs and moving forward. I'm not going to go into great detail on how to ask your horse to move forward off the leg cue. I'll do that in another video. But what I want you to realize is once you add your legs in reference to asking the horse to move forward, I'm going to bump with my legs until Loops move. Once she moves, I'm going to immediately release that leg pressure and have her walk on. Now she's already practiced this exercise numerous times with walking on. So I'm going to go ahead and allow her to walk, and I'm just going to walk in a little circle here for you. And I want to make sure that I stay on the left side when I'm picking up the pressure on the rein. That Loops does in fact lower her head in response to that pressure. And again, when I'm teaching this exercise, I want to make sure that my horse's nose is as low as it can go, because that's going to help release the gullet and have the horse stretch low. It's very, very important that the horse stretches down in a low frame. Now, our horse isn't always going to stay in this super low frame. Eventually, as the horse learns what we're asking for and learns to lower their head in response to our upward pressure, on one rein at a time, this becomes a great way to incorporate your inside rein to ask for elevation of the head. Our pole elevation, our pole stabilization, our pole position are all very, very, very important aspects of your riding regimen. So one of the first things that I teach is asking my horse to lower their head in response to pressure. Now when I pick up on this rein, you'll see me frequently picking up on pressure and continuing to ask Loops to lower. She's getting to a point where she has about 6 inches left, so there's a little space between her nose and the ground. This is normally where most of my clients or students will say, it's good enough, I have it. No, this is the part where you want to keep going. I always say your last 6 inches are your most important part of this exercise, because that's truly when the horse is going to stretch and really lower their head. So I always say I want the horse's nose to be dirty. Literally, if Loops had a lifesaver or a life preserver type component around her neck, right here at the base, I ideally want Loops to stretch her head and neck out of that lifesaver. So I don't really want her to stretch down and lean on it, although in the beginning stages your horse will do this. Sometimes different horses have different reactions to this cue. Some will just lean and fall low, some will really telescope out through their neck, some will not have such a reach out through their neck. All of it is fine. I keep telling everyone all at the same time, keep practicing your exercise until it's good. We are going to then teach a cue to tell our horses to lift their head and neck up by moving the shoulder. So do not panic and think that you're throwing your horse on the forehand. We are going to teach our horse to be light to pressure. So once we teach our horse to reach down into contact, like we're teaching Loops here, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to teach her to move her shoulder in another video tutorial. So right there it's pretty good. I still would like her to go a little bit lower. And the reason why I picked Loops to do this exercise is she has the biggest problem with this exercise. She's my horse that I have to go back to this exercise frequently to teach her to keep lowering her pole, her head, her neck, and all of the components that lie around those muscles. So as we start asking for the horse to lower their head and neck, it's very, very important, like I said, that that last 6 inches is where your horse is really excelling. Good girl, Loops. Again, if we go back and we talk about the vase on the top of the head, right between the ears, as Loops lowers, you can see at this stage of the game, the vase would topple forward. And what I want her to do is reach down and really stretch her nose out in front of her feet so that that vase would stay equal and even. Now, if at any stage of the game your horse starts to slow down, stutter, or not move forward, I'm going to go ahead, add my leg, ask for the horse to speed up and slightly change the speed of their feet, and then I'm going to immediately release my leg and continue to ask with the rein to lower the head or lower the pole. Either way that you want to think about it, the muscles that we're really starting to concentrate on here are the sternomandibular, the brachiocephalic, and the splenius muscle. As time goes on, I'm going to start going over each muscle and allow you to understand what exercises do what for what muscles. As a trainer over the years, I have really started to study the movement, how the anatomy works, how everything can be fixed, helped, entertained to make better. So as the horse starts to progress in their training, I am able to help them excel even further and better their performance level. So you can see here, I am frequently asking Loops to lower her head. And this is going to be what you are going to be doing when you first start asking for this exercise. Again, the reason why I use Loops is to show you exactly how much your hands have to do sometimes in order to get the cue. Now we're starting to get to a place where Loops is reaching down that extra little bit. I'm going to keep asking for her to lower even more. I would like her to be just a little lower yet. Good girl. And really reach down through that head and through that neck and through that pole, relaxing all of those neck muscles. Good girl. Excellent, Loops. So this exercise is one that is fantastic, especially for Loops. Loops is a big teeth grinder. She has been since she's come off the track. She's been checked numerous times through dentistry. She's been checked chiropractic. She's been checked massage-wise. I've done everything I can for her, and I've really come to realize that it's an excitement thing. She does it in her stall without anybody around her or near her. I've heard her do it. It's when I call her name in the stall, right when she's about to eat, you can hear her grinding her teeth in her stall. And again, this exercise is helpful for her under saddle because when she gets excited, if I'm teaching her something new and I really want her to relax through her mind and through her body, I'll go ahead and incorporate this exercise into her regimen again. Maybe just for 2 or 3 minutes, but I incorporate it. And the reason I incorporate it is because it relaxes her again. It relaxes her jaw. It allows her not to clench her teeth or have that tension through her jaw. It's the same as we have when we get really tense. I have TMJ problems with my jaw. I know what it feels like to have that tension through my jaw and to have that feel through my jaw that I can't open my mouth sometimes. So the same happens for the horse. I want her to be relaxed through that muscling and relaxed through her body. So as you're watching me perform this exercise, while it's almost awfully boring to watch, really, it's very monotonous. We're just walking in a small circle. I just keep asking for her to lower her head. And over time, what I would go for with Loops is to have her head down below her knee at least for 14 steps without me having to pick up the rein. So when she will leave her head down there and keep it down there, that's when I truly know that I have this exercise underneath my belt. That she is really starting to understand that when I ask her to lower her head and ask her to relax her poll and lower that poll area, that she will indeed do so and stretch through all of her neck muscles. Also, it's great for the back of the horse to be able to stretch along the vertebrae. So I hope this is extremely helpful for you. Once again, make sure that you practice it on both sides. And again, go back to your prerequisite cues of asking for it on the ground, also under saddle, to get it really good so that your horse understands when you pick up on rein pressure that they are in fact indeed supposed to lower in response to that pressure. So I hope we've helped you. I hope my little tips and riding exercises are helpful for you as a rider. I thank you for watching my channel. Please be sure to share all these tips. That's what they're there for. If anyone has any questions, you can visit my website at tarajonestraining.com or feel free to drop me a line at tarajones7@yahoo.com. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.